Carrington coming in from Florida, talking about Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, revised version for the 21st century. And last week we talked about the first step to riches, which was desire. And per Napoleon Hill, the second step is faith. And you're like, wow, why faith? But like he says here, when faith is blended with the vibration of thoughts, the subconscious mind instantly pick up the vibration, translate it into a spiritual equivalent, and transmit it to infinite intelligence, as in the case of prayer. Okay, so that statement alone lets you know that faith is very powerful. And faith developed from your desire. If again I read on here, faith is a physical counterpart to desire. So when you're like, oh man, so if I have faith, I can move mountains. Okay, and I know you might be saying that's kind of crazy, but when you have faith and you believe in sending out, for example, a lot of people talk about what they don't want, and we should really talk about what we do want. Because when you talk about what you don't want, you're sending vibration. You're giving that attention and focus. So when you talk about what you don't want, that's what's going to come to you. What you don't want them to make. Talk about what you do want them to make, as opposed to what you don't want. Because when you give it desire, attention, and focus, okay, those three things, then that's what's going to come to you if that's what you're vibrating at. But if you vibrate on positive, I want this. This is what I want in a mate. When you say that's what you want, then that's what's you're going to vibrate, and that's what's going to come to you. You're not going to find perfection. That's not what we're talking about here. And so faith is the element, the chemical which, when mixed with prayer, gives one direct communication with an infinite intelligence. So again, he's getting very deep. And again, this book here, you really have to read a couple of times to really understand what what Napoleon Hill is trying to say. But again, the second step to riches is faith. First is desire, then is faith. And the last thing I'm going to lead with is a little poem here. It's almost certain you won't. If you think you're lost, you are lost. If you are beaten, you are. If you think you dare not, you don't. If you like to win, but you think you can't, it's almost certain you won't. If you think you'll lose, you are lost. For out of the world we find, success begins with a person's will, if all in a state of mind. If you think you're outclassed, you are. You got to think high to rise. You got to be sure of yourself before you can ever win a prize. Life battles don't always go to the strong or fast man, but soon or late, the one who wins is the one who thinks he can. And again, that's